Because nothing says manly like 5 guys in a shower. White rain for men. Checks in the mail. All right.
I don't rock that shade.
Well, I didn't wear blue jeans today either. I was gonna. Anyway, I wore black jeans.
And speaking of black jeans, this is that German guy Josh Runquist down here underneath Station 4 with the band Mördwolf, who just got done opening for Municipal Waste and Napalm Death and Exhumed. How's it going, guys?
Fabulous.
Great, it's going great.
All right, starting from here over to here. Introduce yourselves.
Mitch, drums.
I'm Nick.
Enthusiasm as well.
I'm Nick. I play guitar.
I'm Brian. I play guitar and do the vocals.
I play the bass guitar.
And talks quietly.
And what a fine combination it is.
Yeah.
This is my 3rd time seeing you guys this year, and as I've told most of you guys, it's only gotten tighter. You guys are definitely showing that you are one of the best bands around here, in my humble opinion.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
So, how did you guys come together to form this band?
Oh, back when Vern and I were in Myasis, I bought a Boss HM2 heavy metal pedal, which is, the core sound of the Swedish death metal sound.
I forced him to buy it.
Yeah, you kept telling me I should buy one. So I figured buy one. Then we sat there, we talked about doing a Swedish death metal side project, and it never came into fruition. And then after Myasis broke up, a couple months went by, we started talking about it again. Like, hey, we got the time, let's just try it, let's just do it. And freaking, so it was Vern and I.
Let me do an edit in there. So, that's one of the things I wanted to do, and at the time, originally, my plan was to just find new people. He kind of simultaneously, and obviously,
That is true.
we both had the same thing in mind, and I actually kind of had to talk him into playing with me again. So,
Yeah, that's true.
because I do things like force him to buy things. So. And I
Or
think
it can be slightly grating at times.
Yes. But anyways, so we decided, screw it, let's just do what we want to do.
Well, so we had to find more members. He put a post on Facebook looking for more members, and these two ended up responding. And,
Is that what happened with you, Mitch?
Yeah, I was like, I freaking didn't even know this kid. I know he played with one of his other bands when we were in Myasis, and I was like, yeah, he's pretty good. And then I knew him from Cold Colors, but we didn't actually really know each other. We knew of each other kind of thing.
All of us, except for me and Nick, which is really weird. And
that's only our 3rd band together.
When I was looking for a drummer, I had like a specific drummer in mind. Like blast beats and double bass were no priority or low priority. I wanted somebody that played really hard, maybe like more of a rock punk style drummer.
Definitely comfortable with the DB.
Yes, and Mitch, I didn't really know him, but I love him because of many bands that he was in. He was actually kind of one of the people that would be perfect for the fit, and he responded pretty like maybe the 2nd or 3rd, so I got a raging hard on. So
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm already kind of busy with other bands, but yeah, I'll try this out. I loved the concept or whatever. And
yeah, I guess we should.
It worked out great.
That's what we should kind of probably talk about is like the concept. All of us collectively, like our favorite era of metal, it seems to be is like the late 80s, early 90s death metal, like
the meat and potatoes riff-based death metal.
Nothing too flashy, fancy, just good riffs and dark and intense and just heavy. That's what we're looking for.
Napalm
Death is one of them.
That was one of the things that drew me to it right away, because most people who know me and have known me for a long time are like, you in a death metal band, they didn't see it. And then when I explained what kind of death metal, it's like, oh, okay, that makes complete sense. Because part of the reason I'm not a big death metal fan is just I'm very much an old school guy who I'm very into, like we said, the late 80s, early 90s stuff, like the old, Roadrunner before they dropped all the good bands. And the old earache bands, and the new modern stuff, the ultra technical blast beat triggers, it's just like it bores me, because it's like people forgot about the riff. And that was the big thing. It's like Riffs, and you know, our own version of Tony Iommi over here with that. Riffs.
I can't play sweet arpeggios anyway. I know nothing about theory.
I heard
If you heard my guitar solos, you're like, okay, you know.
I heard he sloppily banged through a couple of
Sloppily.
And
I
then
know,
like,
that's a joke.
the drummer though also, yes, no trigger. Like we wanted somebody that actually could hit the drums, not somebody that tapped them with a trigger and tried to listen to the sounds going through the speakers as to how tight they were. We were looking for somebody that was just like passionate about playing drums and just hit them hard. I mean, his cymbals are basically like, all of his cymbals are like ride cymbals.
My crashes are riots.
Yeah.
My riots just a big.
Yeah. It's loud,
The
hitting
gong.
small drums.
Just gonna gong over there.
That's what we're looking for. And
This wasn't even supposed to be like a full-time project or anything. This was supposed to be for fun. It was like definitely a side project for Mitch, you know. And for some reason, kind of snowballed. We booked ourselves. You know, we formed in late January of this year. Vern decided, you know, kind of said, hey, we should book ourselves for the Root of All Evil 25th anniversary radio show, Earl Root / Leukemia Lymphoma Society benefit. And we didn't have anything written. We were just,
Our first show before we even got together.
Basically, we have a couple, 2.5, 3 months to write a set, and let's see what we can do. And we did it. We just started plowing through riffs and songs, and
What, we have 6 songs for that?
and
I was there.
And just blasted through it, and we got a good response. It just people were like, "Holy shit, this is riff-based death metal! What the hell? I haven't heard this in a while."
More than anything, it just stood out because it don't sound like anybody else.
It's not like we're technically proficient or doing anything original. It just it stood out from what's been going on locally, I guess.
Well, that's what I love about you guys is like you're actually focusing on the riffs and the grooves rather than just showing off how technical you can be.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite kind of death metal is the one that focuses on riffs and grooves.
Well, that's I mean, that's where it originated. I mean, death metal is it's supposed to be dark and nasty. You know, it's not supposed to be. You know, you're not supposed to make riffs out of guitar solos essentially, and you know, doing
To each their own.
It's true, but I mean, I'm just talking about how it originated. You know
Well,
what I mean?
even if you listen to like,
I mean, all genres evolve, but I personally think that like death metal is, I mean, for what's popular right now, majority, it's gotten away from what its original purpose was. We just kind of want to give that back. It's just like,
of course, there's great technical death metal bands. Out
Oh
there.
yeah.
You look at the beginning, like even like Chuck Schuldiner and Death, you know, with the whole prog death metal thing. But it was still based on the riff.
yeah.
They just were doing things a little bit differently. I mean, even Suffocation plays
Oh, yeah.
complicated shit, but it's shit that the riff sticks in your head. You remember what they're playing, you know, and it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, you nailed it right there.
Yeah.
Memorable riff.
Yeah.
That's stuff that you can't even wrap your brain around.
Yeah, because when you listen to like Tech Death, I mean, how often do you go, I really love that riff that he did? You don't hear that often.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Like I said before there's
probably be fun to play
a
too.
cool ringtone.
There's certain bands that I've seen many times that are very technically proficient, and I still to this day can't remember one freaking riff they play.
Yeah.
Exactly my point.
It's kind of like, you know, it's not what sticks out.
Yeah, Tech Death is really cool for about 15-20 minutes
Right.
before you want to listen to something
There's
else.
a way to do it, you know, a band like, you know, modern band like Obscura, I think does it
Yes.
really well, where they know how to write a riff, but be really technical. And it's like, most bands can't do that.
To me, they're the modern day Death. I mean, they're continuing on where Chuck would have.
Yeah, Super Relaxed.
Oh yeah, Omnivium, absolutely. So what have been some of your favorite shows this year that you've done? You know, all of them.
So far, I'm gonna say this
Fucking tonight.
Yeah, tonight so far is
so, like Napalm Death, like, or even Exhumed. You know, they're like the epitome of like what we think it should be.
Even
about.
Exhumed, you know, a gore splatter gore thing, but they still know how to be a metal band and write riffs.
They keep their roots and they're proud of them.
Playing with Grave.
Yeah,
Grave was also great.
Playing with one of
That was another great show.
If it wasn't for Grave, this band
Yeah.
totally would not have existed.
Maybe.
In the best way possible, I do hear a lot of Grave in you guys.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We didn't really talk about that. Like, specifically the late 80s, early 90s, we kind of tend to
you might hear
gravitate towards the Swedish bands.
Yeah.
In Tomb.
That's kind of the point.
Grave.
Our first shirt design is a direct bite.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's partially because we couldn't agree on a logo, so I just said, fuck it, I'm just going to make it in Tomb
It was
Stranger.
just way too funny. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And you pointed that out there in the show tonight as well.
I'm not going to try to. Yeah, what I think is funny is like his friend's like, I didn't know it was a direct riff-off. How do you know?
Yeah. But I mean, if you like, we've never really talked about this, but like, I'm sure if you interview bands, you know, like individual band members, they all have kind of like different tastes, you know. Oh, I really like SRV and Jimi Hendrix. I really, you know, expand my music. All of us like that too, also. But like right now, I'm gonna say like, I'm assuming that all of our top 5 bands in Tomb is in there.
Metal, yeah.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to throw in an Entomb cover and not have anybody notice?
We thought about when we first had that first show at the Triple Rock, we had actually originally said, okay, everybody pick one cover, because we didn't think we would have a set ready.
Yeah.
So we originally do that, but then we just kept going and said, you know what, forget the covers, we're actually writing songs here.
I don't see us ever doing a cover.
Yeah.
Each practice, like when we first started, we wrote a song. Like our first 3 practices, 1, 2, 3 songs.
And it just kept going so well, it's like, well, forget it, we don't need to
That's
do
where our
covers.
set list still is.
Yeah.
We play them in chronological order as they were.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll never see a piece of paper.
Yep. They're like, what's the set list? It's the same set we've been playing since we started. It's the order we wrote the songs.
Yeah, like a couple more songs, we're going to be able to like get creative and like,
Yeah.
mix it up a little bit.
Part of the reason
As of now,
we're gonna
every
get-
single show is.
We're gonna fuck shit up once that happens. You're gonna be like, oh fuck, what song is next?
Yeah, we have one more show at the end of this month, and we're purposely taking a couple months off because, I mean, the set we play, it's like, that's all we have. It's like we kind of, you know, we're formed, wrote stuff, and then we're thrust into all these shows quick. We didn't really have a whole lot of breathing time to write other stuff. We've had tons of stuff that we've gone through, but we haven't had time to get anything.
Yeah,
new,
we
so
have.
It's time to get some new stuff going.
That's true. Like we have one basically complete song that still we haven't, you know, it's just with the time constraints and our schedules, we haven't been able to finish. But that's cool. We'll save that one for next year. And that could be some of the new fresh stuff.
I will say the Zombie Pub Crawl was one of the weirdest shows I've ever played.
That's fun. They've all been fun though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but it was a mix of people who really got into us, people who were just drunk and got into us because they didn't care, and people that were like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
I
There was a rotating door at Zombie Pub Crawl because there was actually somebody standing out front, like letting people in as people came out. So they had those people that were just filtering in, do I like this or not? And
Yeah.
What do zombies and metal have in common?
A whole lot.
a lot more than Gin Blossoms and Zombies had in common.
Or last year, Two Live Crew.
That just didn't make sense. That makes more sense than Gin Blossoms.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
just a
great.
weird fix.
Hey,
Well,
Jesse, come on.
I still remember that last year,
jealous.
Devin playing right here,
Yep.
and then
yeah.
a block away, Andrew WK and Two Life Crew.
There was quite the incident at this club as well after that.
They'll be in part 2.
Oh, a very tall person that involved the SWAT team and a shotgun.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about this.
Wow, nothing. I think that, you know.
Yeah, I'm not noticing it at
So
all.
the crowd, yes, at the Zombie Pub Crawl, it was strange. Like, I would say the majority of the people there, especially when we played, like, they probably weren't even like metal fans. There were some, but it was weird.
We've actually built up a small audience since playing.
There was a lot of types of people who probably never would have caught a death metal band at Zombie Pub Crawl that were like, holy shit, dude, that was freaking awesome. What do you just play like that, man? I was like, hey, well, I did like
And
that.
drunken frat dudes that come in, and once they're drunk, they really don't care what they're listening to. So it's like, at least they're energetic and trying to mosh. It's quite hilarious to watch them try to mosh. So that was perfect.
And they usually get laid out in the pit.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was great. It was cool that they got into it. Like we said, they probably never would have watched a death metal band before.
And speaking of that, you know, chain rolling thing, is that we played that first Triple Rock show. We got asked to play Zombie Pub Crawl because the guy saw us at our first show. So that was just like literally like, we just got a random message like, oh, okay.
It's like, hey, do you guys want to play Zombie Pub Crawl?
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
Duh.
Oh, hey, by the way, you're playing for next to this.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The same week that we were playing with Morbid Angel, Dark Funeral, and Grave.
Yeah.
Didn't suck. And then that was after we already had this one, so I was like,
And then
okay.
did the Ambassador Gun album release.
Yep.
played with a killer
played
doom
False.
drone band from frickin' Philly called Ominous Black.
Yeah,
that
they
was
were
really
really
awesome.
False's
Basement show with False.
Yep.
One of my favorite shows with us.
Yeah, the tour
False is a
kickoff
great
of
band.
False is- that basement show was awesome.
I love it.
Bellows is freaking fantastic too.
Yeah, they were good too. And even the opening band.
Rollerblade?
Roller skate.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were good.
Roller
Really
skate.
weird name, but
Yeah.
it's like creepy,
Yeah.
kind of black metal-y.
Yeah,
But it's been
two-piece.
cool because we have very much kind of played, even though it's just all been in Minneapolis and St. Paul, it's been very different shows.
Yeah.
And we have built an audience with different people every time.
Yeah.
It's been
And-
really nice.
And getting a very good roster of bands that you've opened up for as well.
It doesn't suck.
Yeah, we could just
Yeah,
stop.
it's hard to complain.
It's like, yeah, the last 3 national things we did, it's like, we're good, you know? We can take some time off because I think we got good enough shoes.
Still got one more national one coming up.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, we have. Our last one is also a really solid lineup. It's Resistant Cultures on tour, and we're going to be playing with False and Warplague and In Defense.
That is a great bill.
Yeah, that's
It's a
pretty
pretty...
awesome.
Where is that at?
That's going to be at some place in Minneapolis. If
Okay.
you want to know, you can type it in on Facebook or something.
Okay.
It'll pop up. Just
Find
type
the
it in.
event.
All right.
It's a DIY thing.
Ah. Oh, I know where it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know.
Yes, so.
The
Suffice it to say,
beep.
with that lineup, it's going to be very, very packed.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my shitty guitar for that one because I don't want my good one to get ruined in that price.
No, that's gonna be
That's
one.
what
That's
he's
gonna be
doing.
one for my Gibson and not the
Yeah, I'm not
Jackson.
bringing, yeah.
Yeah, when shows happen at the beep, that usually does happen.
Yeah. Or I was just talking to a guy upstairs. He's like, "Yeah, I set up stuff and over there for one show, and I'm like lifting up all the CDs I brought, and it's covered in orange paint for some reason." I'm like, "Yeah, so sorry."
Yeah.
I brought my shitty guitar.
A limited edition copy. Orange pressing.
Wow.
Oh man, dude, I've seen so many fantastic shows out there though. It's just that's a great.
So once you guys get back into it after you read some more songs, what other bands would you like to open up for?
Well, was Entombed?
Yeah, I've been to,
Death Breath? Are they gonna ever tour?
no.
What about
Anything related to Entombed.
What about Repulsion?
Well, Repulsion
Repulsion.
was actually on part of this tour we're playing tonight.
They were.
right, they
Yep.
There was a rotating lineup. They had like Repulsion, The Accused,
Vector.
and Vector, and somebody
Oh.
else that we just didn't get.
Wow.
Oh, Dwarves are on part
Dwar-
of it too.
yep.
Really?
Oh,
It's only one. It's only one show, but
That's
dwarves.
it, that's
Yep.
it. Well, Abortions, yep.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
They're only doing one show though, sadly.
Still, that's
But as far as active bands, it's kind of like, well, if you were to take the top 5 favorite bands and our influences, we've already played with 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
really,
true.
wow.
Dismember doesn't play anymore, so it's just like, okay, so what we got Entombed and Carcass,
Repulsion.
you know, maybe Repulsion or, you know, Asphyx or Pestilence. I love,
Yeah.
but we're kind of
Hail
like,
of Bullets. That would be
Yeah.
a good one.
Hail of Bullets would be a great show.
I love Pestilence, but
Or-
like the modern Pestilence, we don't really much sound like. But if you listen to Malleus Maleficarum and Consuming Impulse, it's like, oh yeah, it's quite apparent that
I would be
It
happy
wouldn't
to.
fit, but I've always wanted to play a show with Macabre.
I probably can. How do you figure it out?
Personally.
There's some other. I would
I would
also like to play shows that we haven't really talked about this now. Like I would like to play a show with like Wolf Brigade or Skid System.
It's really nice
really
to hear.
different.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
perfect.
I mean we have like a big influence in that too.
I think too is we need to get out of state. We need to.
Yeah.
We've had incredible freaking luck with Minneapolis, St. Paul, which is awesome, but we have definitely got to kind of branch out into you know, get into Madison, Milwaukee, Chicago. So I might get out a little bit and do a little more local stuff. Like I said, we got super lucky with these national bands and all that shit, but definitely gotta get out and
Write some more songs.
Write more songs.
Get an LP up.
And that's part of the reason we haven't really gone out yet. Is because like let's get a little bit more
Yeah.
to offer before we go. But yeah, I mean, luckily with all the bands we've all been in the past, we've made enough connections with places out here to play that we can
Put it down there.
apparently somebody's phone's playing music. Oh, that would be my phone's playing music right now.
I was wondering, in case you're wondering while I was standing over here going,
The death phone is going off.
I'm like, I must be hearing something.
I had Pandora on, and apparently Megadeth 44 Minutes was playing.
Should I play that after the interview just to make it fit?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know, they've been playing some pretty fantastic music in between up there tonight, so.
They have been.
Oh, dude, awesome 80s stuff.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Lots of good punk and hardcore and
And when right when we got off stage,
Glam
it was
rock.
Deep Purple Burn, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
You got to hear some Eddie Money, too. before we were
Good DJ.
Definitely fits the mood. You know, just like when you go to an I Wrestle Bear One show and you hear rap in between, you know, it totally makes sense.
I actually thought I once went to one of Decker's old metal massacres at First Avenue and 7th Street entry, and they were playing Ice-T, like not the shitty body count stuff,
Right.
like the
Cop-Killa!
actual Ice-T,
Nick, it's shitty.
the actual Ice-T material, and to me it made complete fucking sense. It's like playing death metal and like they're playing like OG, I think, that album, and I'm like, it sounds like it makes complete sense to me.
Which metal mask?
I like body count.
Oh,
damn
I
it.
can't keep track of all of them. I can't keep. When I say I can't keep track, I literally cannot remember.
Does music get any better than when Slayer and Ice-T write a song together?
Yes, when they do stuff on their own.
You know what? I really like
They
that.
didn't write the song together. It was a cover. It was a medley of 3 punk songs, and I've got it on my iPod if anybody wants to listen to it.
I really liked the song in the Judgment Night soundtrack.
Hey, dude, I like the Judgment Night soundtrack. That was the best example of rap metal ever.
But War, that song War, it's a good song.
Okay.
Was that the wrap it up sign? Or?
That was
Okay,
That was
on
the
track.
we're trailing.
Yeah.
Okay, come back.
That never happened.
You're the one who's
Trail.
supposed to, and you can ask questions to get us back, because yeah, we don't go on rants at all.
But these are the best enemies, though.
All right.
I mean, you can have like a list of questions that people don't want to answer. Or you could just go with the flow.
Yeah, that's true. What else would you like to talk about, Mitch?
Yes, since you want to bring us back to this,
Yeah, he's shy boy, so he's not gonna.
That's why I'm helping you.
he doesn't want to stay on camera.
Mitch,
What's on the menu for Muddy Waters?
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
I still haven't eaten your food.
Metal's delicious.
Ask us something.
Could some sort of guideline be?
Guideline.
Yeah.
We covered.
Yeah.
You know, we covered that we are working on new
Nick's got it.
material.
Yeah.
We
Mitch
covered-
has got to take a poop. That's what.
I know.
I think we talked about. I play guitar.
th-
We
th-
covered
th-
our influences,
this-
shows what we're doing.
this band is Mördwolf. I think I got that right.
Oh, that's what something we should say is there is another band called Mördwolf out there.
Yeah,
They're from
yeah.
Albany, New York. They're a 3-piece. They sound nothing like us. Somehow we both, our band came up with the same made-up word name, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, we made up the word.
Yeah,
That's what's like
Google
opposite.
Translate. That's what helped me.
Yeah, it pretty much means murder wolf.
Murder wolf.
Swedish.
Swedish was.
We basically, the original thing we had said was, we need to have a name that's so stupid it's cool, like Skeleton Witch. It's like a stupid name, but it's cool.
Yeah.
At the same time, so it's like, okay, so we were coming up with stuff, but then we also found like a Swedish, or Google Translate. It's like, let's just start taking words and putting them into Swedish, and we just randomly
there
saying
some really
things.
good other ones
Yep.
that like we'll never.
We almost
get to.
called ourselves chirurgy, which is surgery.
I don't remember that.
That was one that
Yeah, you'd have to go back a long way.
It would
and
take you
that's
4
what-
hours to search through that
Yeah.
message.
But then just one of the one Nick's randomly turned off said Mördwolf, and it's like we just kind of stopped, and like Mitch and I know for sure, like I
holy shit,
like
I
that.
I kind of laughed at first, but then
Yeah.
I was like,
Because we were also
actually pretty
poking.
cool.
Oh, sorry. We were also poking fun at the gratuitous amount of wolf bands
Yep.
out there.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, it was totally intentional.
Yeah, so.
Because we didn't think it was going to snowball into what it is right now.
Right.
It was like it was a side project. It was
Yeah.
for fun, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of shit started happening. Like right now, we have a joke name, but I guess it
But
works.
unfortunately,
It
yeah,
works.
that band from New York formed around the same time. So you go to YouTube and you do searches, and they're always right next to us.
Yeah.
So there were people like for tonight, it's like, why is this band opening for the Napalm Death Municipal Waste show? And they're like looking at that band. It's kind of like a hard rock, almost slight rockabilly thrown into a thing. It's just like, that's not us. That's not us. They're fine what they are. It's just,
Yeah,
I do want to send them a message. Just go, how the fuck did you come up with that name? Seriously, I have no idea.
I'm surprised they haven't contacted us either. It's
Yeah.
like we live in this mutual thing. It's like they have to know
Google
about us.
search
We
one.
obviously know about them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we just kind of live our lives separately. It was like, whatever.
We're just pretending.
Like there's
each other
more
to
than
look
2
good.
people named John in the
Well,
world.
there's a.
Yeah.
But
Well-
neither of us are on labels that are getting like national publishing, so it's not like we have to play the, okay guys, seriously, we need the name yet.
No,
There's a
Well-
key differentiation though is the umlaut count. We have
Oh yes.
like over the Swedish word because it makes sense, but
Mhm.
you know the English language doesn't use umlauts,
Yep.
so we don't have it on the wolf. So
They do.
And when that Mördwolf tour happens, it's just going to confuse a lot of people.
That should be Mördwolf Square.
Mördwolf Square.
They have like a Motorhead, pretty heavy dose of Motorhead in it.
Yeah. Oh, and to answer your question about it, when we come back, one of our first priorities is Mitch Fest.
Yep.
Mitch Fest.
Mitch.
All 3 of Mitch's bands playing on the
Three and a
building.
half of my band's playing.
3.5?
And that's it.
Yeah,
Ass Casket.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
3 times the pay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just going to be...
And
What's
he's
a
purposely
third?
wanting to play that many sets, so I was like, alright.
What's 3 times 0?
It's still 0. Anything times 0 is 0. Yep.
All right, Matthew.
All proceeds go to Mitch.
All proceeds go to the Human Fund to help other humans.
The Mitch Robbie Cat Foundation.
Is that when you also are catering it?
Genius.
Are you going to cater it as well?
You should.
Well, no, because it's like the 3 bands. You might as well have Mitch food as well.
I'll be your sous chef.
Ooh, a sous chef to the sous chef.
I think the flyer for Mitch Fest should have
Everything's
Mitch
gonna
holding his
explode.
cats.
Yep, cats.
And all the things he's painted his face on in his profile
Brutality.
pic. You know, it's an egg.
Cats brutality.
Before I forget, so one of the most important questions. What is your favorite Immortal meme?
We were just talking about
Favorite immortal
Don't
name?
say it, jerk. Don't say it.
My favorite one is this one with the cat down in front, with the creepy looking cat with its little fangs hanging up.
Oh, Mame. Okay. But speaking of which, go ahead.
Oh, that's it. That's the one.
Oh, well, no, because I was asking these guys earlier. I'm like, what the hell is a meme?
I'm like,
They're like meme, and I'm like, is it just a picture? It's like just some slang word the kids use to call a picture.
Actually,
My favorite one is a crab walk animated GIF I made myself.
I gotta see that one.
my favorite
I got a bunch of
is
them.
the one from the book. It's like the black metal book that came out with the singer of Carpathian Forest. I think it's called True Norwegian Black Metal, but there's a picture of Abbott in there, or like a layout, and he's like pointing up. But anyway, somebody put the captions of like when he's pointing over here, and it says, "The fuck is that?" And he's pointing over there, and he's like, "The fuck is that?" That's my favorite.
Once he's walking through the woods doing
Yeah,
things.
it's pointing up, and somebody made a meme out of it. And
Yeah.
it made me laugh.
That is hilarious.
I just yesterday found that metal meme site on Facebook and all the different
Yeah.
ones. And I'm like, I still haven't gone through them. I'm like, some of them are just like, that's dumb.
And
But
I
some
asked
of them
him,
are classic.
I
Yes.
asked him how many immortal ones are there.
Yeah.
So it might be a couple.
Yeah.
Just a few.
Yeah, we've been making fun of Immortal ever since those promotional pictures for At the Heart of the Winter came out, which was in like 1998. It's like, okay guys, the Immortal jokes are a little old now.
But they're to a new generation now.
I know.
I know which one, because that was the first one I ever saw, the one you sent me.
Josh, I don't know if that'll come up, but that's it.
That is it right there. That is
was
awesome.
hilarious, yeah. He's like, fuck that.
Oh.
Anywho,
Anyways, just to wrap things up here since we just hit the 28-minute mark.
holy Jesus.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to mention that I've not brought up?
Who knows?
He plays in Despised and Person Herder as well. Go
Yeah.
go see them.
They're both very good.
One thing I would like to say is go into history and check out all the old death metal because I think it's just more passionate. Yeah. Explore the roots of metal. That's what it is.
Start at Black Sabbath and work your way up.
Start at Beethoven. Yeah. No, for real. Like, especially the late '80s, early '90s, the metal, where it transformed, like thrash kind of transformed into death metal.
And Grim Reaper.
It wasn't even that fast.
No,
though.
that was the
Slow
Transformers
process.
sound. Megatron.
That was actually pretty
So-
It
good.
was more of a metamorphosis process. That's, yeah.
Metaphorically speaking.
Yes.
And finally, if you had one word to describe Mördwolf besides the word Mördwolf, what would it be? Starting over here.
Brutal.
Whatever.
2 zeros.
Brutal with 2 zeros.
Riffy.
Yeah.
Strategery.
Chainsaw.
Dude, Exhumed just played.
Just saying, but yes. Chainsaw.
Sorry, are you saying there's an Exhumed influence in the sound?
I'm just saying it sounds like like 3 hordes of bees or chain with
Buzzsaws.
with like subwoofers
buzzsaw
attached to
guitar
them? Or
Well, I've been educated in the matters of splatter, so. You know.
Well, there is also the
Chainsaw.
band Jackal with the lumberjack.
Yeah, I gotta talk to Matt about that later. It's like, it's really cool. You reminded me of Jackal.
Burn,
Like,
burn,
cut the
burn,
bars
burn,
to
burn.
the wall.
It's like a carcassy jackal.
If Jackal did Carcass,
Carcass plus Jackal
Carcass up
equals
Jackal.
Exhumed.
that'd be a great tribute band where you only play Exhumed and Jackal.
Do the beat Metallica.
Ejackal? Ejackal.
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 I call drums for Ejackal.
Okay.
Mitch can play guitar
I'll play
also.
bass.
I've
been playing my bass
I am not
more than
participating.
Is there a problem with Ejackal, Vern? All right, Ejackal's not for everybody.
You have to make 8 albums, so it can be Ejackal 8.
The 8 from Ejackal. Anywho, just wrap this up here. Mitch has left the building.
Oh, we know what our next project is.
Ejackal.
Alright, never mind.
No.
Anyways, you
Anyways,
actually should watch some of Municipal Waste. So.
yeah, they probably went through about 45 songs already, so we might as well get up for the next 1,500. So, this has been Minnesota's own Mördwolf. This is that German guy Josh Runquist behind the camera. Thank you.
Thank you.